Hello, everybody. Welcome to Cartoon Boom. This is a show where we wake by the Saturday morning sun, pop down on the floor with the big bowl of sugary cereal, and we'll try your favorite cartoons, both old
and new.
I'm your wig-wearing hut guitarist, Joseph.
And I'm a surprise Sith Lord. My name's Chris.
And today, we watched Star Wars Visions.
Yeah, this was suggested by you.
Yeah, because it's great.
Why?
Because I love it.
Why?
Because it's awesome.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Okay.
Essentially, just for a quick rundown, this is just an anthology series of shorts, like 12-minute shorts usually, that are obviously taking place in the Star Wars universe, non-canon stuff. So it's different animation teams getting to go really wherever they want with it, which I appreciate. And it's a lot of fun and or really sad sometimes. It just depends.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm kind of sad that it's non-canon, though.
Yeah.
There's a specific reason why, and I'll tell you a little later why.
Okay. So Star Wars Visions started in 2021 and is still going. The second season just released this year, I think. Based on, obviously, Star Wars by George Lucas, produced by Lucasfilm, ran for 2 seasons so far, 18 episodes, originally on Disney+.
There we go.
For a short synopsis, which is kind of what I was just going over, it's a Star Wars anthology series that will see some of the world's best anime creators bring their talent to this beloved universe. And it's like the first season was anime because it was all Japanese studios, but it expanded out in the second season to where it's more all around the world.
That's cool. You know what? This is a little off topic, so I apologize. But I was just thinking, did we goof up because when we made our Patreon, we started calling it the Nerd Sloth Treehouse. Should we have just added a plus at the end and just been Nerd Sloth Plus? Is that because I feel like that's what everybody else is doing, or
just Nerd Sloth Max?
Yeah, but then later we just change it to Sloth Max and then Smacks. Later, because,
Yeah, what if it's just, Sloth Max Plus, or Super Sloths, it's hard to say, Super Sloths Max Plus Turbo.
Yeah, but then we got to shorten it a year later and take half of everything off of it.
And then it's just Sloth Max. Yeah.
Smacks.
Yeah, just Smacks then. Okay. Yes, I don't know where that was going, but yes, I agree.
Yeah, it's just, ADHD thoughts. That's all I got.
Okay. So I don't think you need to go over the actors here because it was all over the place. Obviously, every episode was different.
This is what I'm going to do. When we get into each episode, I'll mention a couple actors, like some notable ones or some of the main characters when we get into those episodes, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because, yeah, it's an anthology and I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do that. It's too much.
Right. So for a few tasty marshmallows out of our big bowl of Star Wars Vision cereal. So like I was saying, the first volume of the 9 anime short films were produced by 7 different Japanese animation studios. And then including Studio Trigger, Science Saru, Kamikaze Doga. I'm not sure how that's said.
You're making some of these up.
That sounds like it, but no. Anyway, so a lot of these are really notable, Japanese studios. And then the second volume, the second season, expanded the series to animation studios around the world, featuring shorts from Spain, Ireland, Chile, United Kingdom. So really all over the place. So that really kind of broadened this whole thing. And the creators at each of the studios are given free reign to re-envision the ideas of Star Wars as they see fit, while receiving guidance from Lucasfilm's executive team, just so they don't stray, I guess, too far off brand.
Yeah. Sure. Okay. I like it.
Yeah. The voice of Jay, and this is, you probably are going to go into this in Tatooine Rhapsody.
But that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Go ahead. Steal my thunder.
Okay, I will. I only say it because this marks Joseph Gordon-Levitt's second role in the Star Wars universe. He previously voiced the character Slow and Low in The Last Jedi.
Wait, Slow and Low?
Slow and Low, yeah.
Okay, first of all, that gives me all sorts of thoughts that I don't think I'm supposed to be having when it comes to the Star Wars universe. It's giving me naughty thoughts that I don't think I'm supposed to have when I think about Star Wars. 2, who the heck was that character?
I don't know, and I think there's plenty of I mean, you've seen Return of the Jedi. You're supposed to have those thoughts in the Star Wars universe.
I mean, I don't want to look up. I don't want to Google search slow and low, though.
Probably don't.
You know, like if I Google image that, okay, I'll open up an incognito tab later.
Yeah.
That's the only way to do it now.
I guess spelling is probably important.
I need a VPN for it, too.
Yeah, you don't want this in your search history, slow and low.
Yeah.
That's really all I had for those because it's really all over the place. There's probably different things for each individual episode, but we'll go into things as we talk about them. So the first one we watched was actually the highest rated, which happened to also be the first episode, which was The Duel, season 1, episode 1. This one was animated by Kamikaze Douga. A wandering stranger with a mysterious past defends a village from powerful bandits.
Man, I gotta say, the animation, as soon as this started, I was immediately like, this is so good. Because just the animation itself was so different and so cool. I got so excited and hyped for this because it feels like not only just anime, but it also feels like, you know, like Seven Samurai, like old Japanese film.
Yeah, it's very Kurosawa-esque.
Yeah, exactly. And I was just like, oh my gosh, they nailed that vibe so well.
Right, while blending it very well with the Star Wars universe.
Right. And then also introduced a concept with a character that I never would have even considered, which I thought was like, that blew my mind too. Like the very end, I was like, oh my God, that's awesome.
I'm curious to hear what that one is. Well, you can just say it now.
Well, I mean, the fact that like this dude seems to be like, spoilers. Folks, I'm going to spoil stuff. Call me Mr. Spoiler. That's what they used to call me back in the day.
But for different reasons.
This guy fights a Sith, kills this Sith. You find out that he's also like a Sith.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, it was Sith on Sith. And you find out that he's just been killing Sith all over the place.
Right.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, a Sith that turned against the rest of the Sith. That's a concept I never would have even thought of.
Yeah, I'm sure that's been done in different forms. I mean, I know it has in the Star Wars universe. It's so expansive.
Wow, fine. All right.
But I just mean like it was done well here.
I'm here like, man, this thing blew my mind. Like I never even thought of this concept. And you're like, yeah, I know that's been done so many times.
Yeah.
Woo.
I mean,
man, I'm so sick of it.
The Sith's whole thing really is turning against one another. But in this way, it's slightly different because he's not doing it for power. He's almost like, it's like a redemption story, it feels like, for him.
He's headhunting them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because someone asked him if he's a Jedi when they see he has a lightsaber, and he's like, unfortunately, no. But he is going out and doing like the work of, because this is post Empire taking over. This is post like Jedi being killed off. So in this story, at least, it's these bandits and this like Sith, their Sith like leader who are just basically going and ransacking towns and taking over. And this guy just happens to be a wanderer. I guess he's a Ronin, basically just a masterless samurai, and he is there to protect them. So very much set up like a Kurosawa film, and like almost beat for beat in certain ways. Which makes a lot of sense since Star Wars is based on or heavily influenced by Hidden Fortress, which was an older Japanese film as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And just for some fun here, the Ronin, like we never do know his name. They call him Ronin.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that is supposed to be his name, but I think they're just literally referring to him as a Ronin, you know?
Yeah.
But, this was voiced by Brian T. And then what I thought was interesting was the bandit leader, which was the other Sith that he fought against, was voiced by Lucy Liu.
Oh, so, cool. Okay.
Yeah. Never would have guessed, man. Never would have guessed in a 1,000 years. So pretty cool.
It was cool what they were doing. Like with her, she had this like umbrella basically, but like a lightsaber umbrella, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, it reminded me of like, and I don't know if this is the right concept, but like I'm thinking of like geishas back in the day when they have the like big umbrellas like behind them. But like I'm thinking geishas, but it might not have been geishas. It might have instead have been like women of higher standing. I'm not entirely sure.
Right. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'm not sure either.
Yeah, I've seen depictions of women from like the is it the Edo era and stuff like that, or Edo era, with the big umbrellas behind them, and it's reminiscent of that, but it's all the red frickin' lightsabers all in this one thing. Man, does she murder some folk really brutally? Like, if you got 8 lightsabers on one stick, you can get real creative with the flesh rendering and everything. With that, you can really hurt a folk.
I like the diversity of the town's guards too. Like, there were just some droids mixed in there. There was literally like a Doug, which is like what Sebulba was from Phantom Menace, where
Sebulba,
he was riding inside of like a modified probe droid. Like you barely can tell because it happens so fast.
Yeah.
But he's riding around in that. There's a Trandoshan, which is one of the lizard people. Like, he's helping out. Like, it's just cool seeing this town fighting back until the Sith Lord comes out and just like starts wrecking face before the. Oh, and I love the setup where it's like the Ronin like puts his tea on and he's like, all right, please fix my droid by the time this tea is done.
The tea's ready.
Yeah, by the time the tea's ready. Like, that's just such a cool like timer thing that also happens a lot in those Ultra Samurai films, which is awesome.
Yeah. I was hooked immediately. Just a couple minutes into this thing, I was already hooked, man. It like everything about this was just on point.
This is one of those stories that I would love to see fleshed out more. And I know they have like a book based on it. I don't know, like there's a short book like based on, I don't know if it's like a prequel to it or an expansion on it, but I would love to see it just played out all the way through. Like, I want to see him hunting all of these down, like, whatever 7 he's looking for or something like that. Like, I don't know if there's a specific number, but like, it would just be cool to watch this journey taking place.
Oh, absolutely. Like, yeah, like what turned him like against the Sith? Like, how did he turn?
Right.
What other Sith Lords has he killed and collected their... And that's something we didn't say. We know he's killed other Sith Lords because he's collected all of their lightsabers. He keeps them within his cloak.
Yeah, all their kyber crystals. He's got them like lined up in his coat.
Yeah, dude. Oh my... And he's got so many of them. He has put so many Sith Lords, 6 feet under.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Such a great episode. Yeah. Like, if the whole series was this, I would watch this entire series.
Oh my God,
yeah.
Yeah. I would watch an entire series of just this one story.
Right.
Yeah. That's how good this one was.
Yeah. So highest rated, I completely understand why.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yes. The second episode we watched for today's show was Tatooine Rhapsody, Season 1, Episode 2, which I chose because I thought it was a really fun one. Like, it's definitely...
Oh, so fun.
The 3 that I had you watch, like, it's kind of right in the middle where it's like, the first one's very action-packed. This one's, like, super fun because the next one goes a completely different direction. We'll talk about it when we get there. But this one is animated by Studio Colorido. I've never heard of them, so I'm not sure...
Are you saying Colorado completely wrong?
I'm not. Colorido. A band with big dreams must save one of their own from Jabba the Hutt and Boba Fett.
Oh, man, this is making me really want some Chile, Colorado right now. God, ADHD is a serious curse.
It's hitting you hard. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been bad. Dude, I'm running on so little sleep right now. Like, my mind is scattered across the galaxy along with all of those dead Sith Lords' remains.
Apparently, we go from Star Wars to Chile somehow.
Yeah.
So this one is taking place like during the Clone Wars, like basically right after Order 66, where the Jedi are being hunted down. We see this Jedi Padawan named Jay who's attempting to escape and ends up falling through, I guess, the top of this ship where he encounters this large figure who's basically just like trying to find out who he is, which transitions us into them playing together as a band.
Yeah, heck yeah, man. And the music was great. Like, I was super into this.
Dude, you know what it reminded me of? Mongolian Chop Squad.
Yes, exactly. I was thinking that a lot too. Especially like, I think the anime style a little bit too. Well, I guess the anime style, I think, actually reminded me a little bit more of Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
As far as the comics go. But the music, absolutely Mongolian Chop Squad. Easily.
That's at least where it took my mind.
Is good.
Yeah, which is awesome. And that was like, I hadn't thought about Mongolian Chop Squad for so long. And then that just kind of brought it all back. So Yeah, the music in here is great. Again, 12-minute episode, but you get a lot of music, a lot of bang for your buck here. And you get a fun little adventure of essentially them just trying to save their friend Guy, who is also a Hutt, but he is essentially being hunted down by, or he's got a bounty on his head because Jabba needs him to basically fulfill his role as part of the Hutt dynasty or whatever it is.
I just, in my head canon, he's like Jabba's like little cousin or something.
Yeah.
Who's like slacking.
Basically, yeah. Like he wants him to be part of the Hutt legacy, but he's just like, no, dude, I just want to play in my band. But that is punishable by death, apparently.
Right. So picture a smaller Jabba with like long shaggy hair and a I forgot, did he have a lip ring or a nose ring?
Nose ring.
Nose ring and sunglasses.
Yeah, like little sunglasses. Yeah.
Yeah. The tiny John Lennon sunglasses.
Right. But also he's wearing a wig because Hutts can't grow hair. So it's like.
That's true. It does have to be a wig. That's so good, though.
Yeah.
Like, I love it. I'm glad that you touched on that this was happening, that they met during Order 66, because they don't like draw like huge attention to it other than like, that this is a young Padawan, it obviously in distress running from something through. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I bet you I know what's going on. So it's pretty cool. Real quick, just a couple of names to throw at you. You already said that Jay, who was our Padawan and becomes the lead singer of the band, was Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Guy, whose full name is actually Geezer.
Oh, yeah.
Was voiced by Bobby Moynihan.
Oh, really? Cool. Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Lan was voiced by Mark Thompson. Lan was the kind of like three-torso drummer, which would be great to have in a band.
Yeah, he's like those don't exist in Star Wars like that, but he's basically just like, he looks a lot like a Deveronian, which is like the devil looking characters, but like three of them like spliced together.
Which is pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
There's a droid, K344, voiced by Shelby Young. And then, of course, Boba Fett shows up because we know that, he was working for Jabba at the time. Tamura Morrison was returning to voice Boba Fett.
Oh, cool. Okay. That makes sense.
So it was great. It was a good cast.
With there's two droids because there's a smaller one, V5, that's just like a little. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
that one just
the
beeps
little
and stuff.
beepy noises.
Yeah. The other droid is like a protocol droid, kind of like C-3PO. She even has a silver leg as like in honor of him.
Right.
So yeah. It's just a fun little group, just trying to be the best band in the galaxy kind of thing. And they come across this, like, Guy gets taken, like, not willingly, but Boba's like, look, I'm going to kill your friend if you don't come with me. So he kind of has to go. And they've lost him at that point, but are able to track him down. And Jay tries to bargain with Jabba to be like, okay, listen, like, you can take him, just like let us play one song before he goes, like, because this is the biggest arena we'll ever be in. And so they do get to play this, like, this one song for Jabba, or in front of this whole crowd that's there to mainly see like Guy's execution. And this is where kind of the tables turn on everything.
Yeah, they play an awesome song and win over the crowd. And I love that Jabba's getting into it too. Like, I think that's the best part.
Yeah, it's like tail tapping. Yeah.
Yeah, seeing his tail kind of bounce and he's kind of like doing his little dance. And I'm like, okay, that's the best part of this. That's great. So yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah, it's just a cute little story, but I love the animation. The music was great.
Yeah, animation was so good in this one.
Right. Nothing huge, like not anything like world changing, just like a really fun little story in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And ultimately, like, he bargains with Jabba he says, like, or Jay tells him they're going to be the best band in the galaxy. So ask him if he wants to be their sponsor. And so he accepts and they keep on playing. So happy ending.
I'd buy their album.
Totally, yeah.
Well, here's the thing, that nobody buys albums anymore. I would add it to my list on Spotify.
Yeah, add it to your Spotify. I bet it is on Spotify, honestly.
Yeah, I bet it is. The like 2 songs that they have in the episode, I'm sure it'll be in there. I might add it.
If not that, then at least like the Star Wars Vision soundtrack or something.
Right on.
Yeah, so the last episode we watched for today's show was Screecher's Reach, season 2, episode 2. And this was my other pick because this one was a really powerful one.
Oh my God, yeah.
Every time I watch this, I tear up a little bit. Like every time, I've watched it multiple times, and every time it hits me.
Yeah, this one got me at the end, big time.
So this one was animated by Cartoon Saloon, which is an Irish animation studio. In it, a young girl seeking reprieve from her days in a rural workhouse discovers a legendary haunted cave with her friends. The cave's dark pull will change the trajectory of her life forever.
Yeah, true. A couple voices I wanted to just mention here. One, the Sith mother that shows up at the very end of this one, and we'll talk about what that means, was voiced by Angelica Houston.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the other one that I wanted to mention, which was the main character of Duel, voiced by Ava Whitaker. So does not have a lot of credits to her name, but one thing that she is credited for is this super, super cool. I don't know if it was a full movie. It might have been, but I had seen some clips of this being passed around on TikTok, and I sent this to you at one point because I just thought the animation was so good. It's called Wolf Walkers. Do you remember me sending you like an animation? It was this kind of like feral little girl jumping into a village and trying to save like this wolf. And the animation style is very reminiscent of this episode of Star Wars Visions.
Yeah, I would probably have to see it again, but I think I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah. Anyway, ever since I saw that clip, I was like, I have to see what this came from. And so I had kind of forgotten about it. And then now looking this up, I see that she's one of the main characters from that. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay. One, now I know the name of this thing. But two, I got to recommend it to everybody. Wolf Walkers looks so good. The animation style is amazing. So if you like this episode of Star Wars Visions, check it out because the animation is very similar.
Yeah, I'm looking it back up now. Okay. Yes. I do remember that.
Also, this episode was very heavily influenced by obviously like Banshee folklore, which was really cool. I like that.
Man, so this one, like, it's kind of all over the place because, like, we start off seeing that, basically this village or world or whatever is confined to a workhouse where they're having to like mine some kind of mineral for the Empire. And these kids, Doll and her friends are, they meet up outside and Doll's just like, I need to get out of here. Like, I'm going to go to Screecher's Reach, which the friends are talking about, like in folklore or whatever, or urban legends, it's haunted. So nobody goes there, but everybody's down for it because they're just like, whatever, like let's get away from here for a while. And so they steal some speeders and just head off that way. I love where they're set up at the little camp outside of it, telling ghost stories to each other or whatever, or just like having a really emotional moment even where Doll is just telling them like, or it's her friend. I can't remember her friend's name, but the older guy.
There was Quinn.
Quinn was his name?
Quinn was the guy.
Okay, yeah. So Quinn is basically telling her, like, I know, like, you've always wanted more than this, but, some people have it worse. And then she's like, well, some have it better, too. And so it's just like it's a tough moment for her because she's just saying like, I need to get out of here. I need to leave. And they want to encourage her. But at the same time, it's like, there's only so much we can do.
So I think everybody just kind of anticipates, and us as the audience too, just thinks that they're going to this place because it's haunted, because it's something to do, because it's like an escape for a little bit and it's creepy and scary and it'll be fun. I don't think anyone really believes any of the stuff about it till they get there and they start hearing like the echoey screams.
Yeah.
And then Doll is just like, I'm going in, and they're like,
She's also going in thinking that it's all in her head because that's what she's been told or that's what she's heard.
And she keeps gripping this. She's got this like very specific like locket kind of around her neck or necklace sort of thing. So she's always touching that and stuff. They get in there. Obviously, yeah, there's something in there and it's real. So Doll's in there alone. And what we see, and this is like, big kudos to the animation studio for this. And the way they animate it, it does seem like it's just like a ghost or something. And it's like a banshee and it's like screaming screaming.
Yeah, exactly, like a banshee, like you're saying.
And I was thinking, is this supposed to be like a force ghost of some kind? Like, this is crazy. And it's not until like, stuff happens and like some rocks fall onto it that you see it's actually just an old Sith woman, because she also has the red lightsaber.
Yeah.
And oh my God, that moment though, when she's trying to force will her lightsaber back to her and Dahl picks it up, and I was like, oh no, oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So an important point is like when Dahl is trying to climb out of the cave, like trying to escape her, the Banshee woman with the red lightsaber, like she is about to be caught. Like she's got her by the leg and she sees this rock above her that she's trying to reach for, and then kind of like beckons to her pendant or whatever, is just like give me strength, like help me. And without it actually saying it, like she's using the force to like pull that rock down, and that's what ends up crushing the older woman. And that's just where it's like, okay, so maybe she's force sensitive. Like you're not seeing anything like bad yet up until she grabs a lightsaber and is like, oh no, like what are you about to do with that lightsaber? And it cuts off screen, but you know that she's she's killed this woman.
She comes out with that lightsaber, so you're like, well
yeah.
Sorry, Grandma.
And this whole time, like the cave had been completely like collapsing, like caving in. And so her friends had run off. She had told them to, and she had stayed to do this. And then as she comes out, like they're excited to see her. And then she's just telling like she was real. It wasn't in my head, stuff like that. And Quinn questions her, like, what did you do? And that's when the ship starts coming down from the sky, because the pendant has actually like started talking to her. This is the first time we're hearing it, but we get the hint that like it's talked to her before, but we're hearing it for the first time say like, you've passed the test or whatever, like I'm coming to meet you. And this ship descends from the sky. It's very like Evangelion like. It's just got this like crazy like shape to it. Or if you've seen Nope, like the movie, like it's very much like that kind of creature-esque.
Well, I was thinking too, because of how the ship is designed, and also how what is referred to as the Sith mother comes out and talks to Dahl, tells her she passed, all that kind of stuff. It was very reminiscent of like it looked sort of angelic in a way, but in like a very unnerving, frightening way, like almost like if you want to go like super biblical here, almost like if it was like Lucifer presenting themselves like, angel, but like very evil angel. So like looks good, but like, something is like so off about what's happening. Like you can feel how like ominous and scary this thing is, even though it looks very pretty. So it's just like, it's intense. It is a very intense scene.
It is. And then once she comes down and finishes talking to her, like she's asking, and this is where it gets emotional, because like, she's hesitant about it, but the Sith mother is reassuring her, and then she's asking if her friends can come, and she's like, no, like this was always a test for you specifically, and then calls her apprentice, and it's like, oh no.
Yeah.
And she gives her a choice right there, and you're hoping like, okay, maybe she'll stay with her friends, but no, like the power to escape her current like situation like overcomes her. And even though she's crying as she leaves, like she ends up leaving with the Sith mother. And that's just like, that's how it ends. That's how it closes out. But it's like such a powerful scene that even in that 12 minutes, like it tells this like intense story and you really feel it.
Yeah. And it's just kind of like, it's such a, I don't know, it's like a real punch to the guts, because it's like this character that you really feel for and really like and is extremely likable. Makes this horrible decision. And it's like, because we know what the Sith are about. That like she's just made the ultimate decision to become evil, and it's just like, oh God, like why? What have you done?
Right, but what's interesting about it is like you get to see how persuasive like the Sith can be, because in no way is she saying like, okay, we're gonna go do some evil stuff. It's basically like, you've passed. Like she's giving her a positive like affirmation, like you've passed a test, you did great, like we're leaving together, I'm going to train you. This lightsaber is yours now. It's like all these things are like really positive, but she has no idea what's to come.
Yeah, exactly. So extremely good episode. I think my favorite out of the bunch, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why I had to choose this one, because that one is the one that was the most memorable to me, even though I've liked all of them for different reasons.
Well done, sir.
Yeah. Well, Chris, looks like it's about time we sent our kids to Tatooine to save Gi from Jabba, or just to slay the Sith Mother's apprentice and become future Sith Lords themselves, then see what they thought of Star Wars Visions.
I didn't know Star Wars could be like, good again after some of those movies, but these cartoons were great. And the second episode gives me a new hope that there's better music out there in the galaxy, aside from Max Rebo's, preferred genre.
I'm already a big Star Wars fan. Beginning to see it in so many cool styles makes me love it even more. Now I just have to see if I can become a Sith apprentice too. Guess I should learn how to use a lightsaber first, though. But I can do Force Lightning when I rub my socks back and forth on the carpet and shock my brother. You think that's evil enough?
There's nothing more evil than when somebody shocks you and you're not anticipating it.
Right? That is pretty dark. That's a very dark side.
Yeah, because, and I'm going to tell you this, for whatever reason, I'm very conducive to static electricity. So like I get shocked all the time. And it's not like a little like funny and like, wow, did you see that? That was fun. It's like a zap and like you wonder if your skin just got burned. And it hurts, man. Like it's like a snap you can hear across the street. It sounds like a transformer blowing out. Yeah, it sucks.
The worst of those is like if you're going in for a kiss or something and you both get shocked, just like,
oh my God,
my face.
Dude, it's like almost every time.
Yeah.
You know how furry I am. It's
That's
like
true,
there's constant static running through this body hair. So like every time I touch another human being, I'm being punished by God. So it sucks.
That's great.
But this is okay. So I want to bring up real quick the reason why I'm really sad this isn't canon.
Oh, yeah.
Because it means that still the only music in the Star Wars universe that we can name is a word that we can't even say on our own show. So
yeah,
I was really hoping that we could get, a different kind of music, but we can't get it. So, and let's be honest, George Lucas would have named it something dirty anyway.
Yeah, it's probably for the better.
Yeah, exactly.
So what did you think of this series overall?
I mean, here's the thing. Anthologies are very hard to rate fairly because every episode is completely different with completely different characters, completely different animation, all that kind of stuff. But everything that we watched had absolutely mind-blowing, superb animation in totally different styles, phenomenal storytelling with very relatable characters. That last one, like I said, packed a real gut punch for me, but each one had a character that I just absolutely loved. And just, I got so sucked into each story. I'm like, I could watch a full movie length of this story that's taking place in like 12 to 15 minutes. So like, I don't know, man, they've got something really, really special with this show. Honestly, I would go on record and say, too, having watched all the live action shows and stuff that have come out so far, I like this more by far than, like, I like Mandalorian. I do. But I like this more so far. And I've only seen 3 episodes. So, like, take that. It's definitely better than Boba Fett and Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
So that's for sure. So anyway, I'm going to give Star Wars Visions 5 big bowls of screaming Sith ghost cereal out of 5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, obviously. It's one of my favorite franchises ever.
Not physically. You're pretty small.
Well, yeah, true. I'm a small Star Wars fan. I'm a big Star Wars fan who's very small in stature.
Yeah.
But even though like these aren't canon technically, like seeing all these different takes on just this franchise is very exciting to me. Plus, as a big fan of anthologies, period, like expanding on the universe in a variety of one-offs, like is right up my alley. So when I saw that this was like how this was going to be styled, like I was super excited about it because I'm also a big fan of like obviously anime. We talk about that all the time. And so seeing all these different studios' approaches to it, and then it expanding out to studios that I'm not as familiar with, like other foreign studios, is just such an interesting take. And giving them kind of free reign to do what they want with it is such a fun idea. Like that's something like you and I come up with these scenarios all the time of things. So it's like if we were an animation team or if we had an animation team, like we could make a short ourselves of something like this.
Oh, yeah. I already have a story in mind that I would do like easily. So, yeah.
Yeah. Once we actually get to play the, Star Wars tabletop RPG, like maybe we can bring that story into play somehow.
Yeah. That is like specifically kind of where my head was at, because like I had a character and like I had to find a race that kind of fits what I wanted to do. But I would kind of go I would almost kind of make up a race. But
I was going to say, was it that rabbit race? I can't remember their names.
No, it was it was kind of like a fox sort of race from what I remember that I ended up going with. But like, I really want like a hyena looking character, which I think would look pretty cool in this universe.
Yeah, I'll bet there's something. We'll have to do some research.
Yeah, I was looking. They just didn't have one, at least for the TTRPG.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So I was looking for stuff in there. But anyway, yeah, I had a whole character in my head, an idea for what they do, like where they come from, and it just sounded so fun. And that's the beauty of like Star Wars in general, is it's just so expansive. So when you basically give all these creative types this big sandbox, and you're like, well, here's all the toys, come up with something.
Yep.
It's like, yeah, you're going to get some of the best storytelling in such awesome art forms that you can get, because like all you really need is the groundwork, and everyone else will bring you, the gold that you can find beneath the sand. So
yeah, especially when they're not restricted by like, oh, it has to be this, it has to be this. It's like, as long as it is loosely like based on something going on in that era, then it's like, okay, like you have free reign, do what you want with it. So that's where it becomes a lot of fun. And in this show itself, like I definitely like some of the episodes more than I did others, but I think they all have their own value. Like even if it's an episode that some people don't like honestly, the second episode we watched, the Tatooine Rhapsody, like that's some people's like least favorite episode of this whole bunch.
Those are people I would not want to be friends with, because
right.
I was like, this is a blast.
Yeah, it's so fun.
I would watch a whole show of just this.
But even like the weaker episodes to some people, they still are visually engaging and really get to show off the unique styles of the studios. I was looking at some of the ratings on IMDb, and I shouldn't have, because people are just trash sometimes. Like it was getting 2s and 3s like as a series, because it's like, oh, like
it's just people review bombing. Yeah.
Basically, they're not even trying to tell a story. They're just like trying to show off their animation style and blah blah blah. It's like, what are you talking about? Like some of these have great stories.
That's where I just like saw today, and this is unrelated again, but semi-related because owned by the same company. But I saw like this headline that's like talking about the new Marvel show coming out. It's like Secret Invasion, like the worst rated Marvel show. And I'm like, it hasn't even come out yet. Like everyone, like shut up. Like,
yeah,
God, it's like the worst rated next to She-Hulk. And I'm like, you know what? She-Hulk was one of their best shows. So you don't know what you're talking about. Like it was so good. Everyone sucks. Like everyone's opinions are trash. So I don't care.
Go on
like what I like
saying that. No, it's like, it's fine to have your own opinions about something, but it's not okay to just review bomb something because you don't like a specific thing.
Especially if you haven't even seen it yet. You can't review.
Especially.
You can't rate something bad that hasn't even come out, man.
Right. So yeah, it's just like, I mean, we've been doing Cartoon Boom for years. We know how it is, and people's opinions are just not great sometimes. And this is one of those occasions. But I would say if you come in with an open mind and are just wanting to dive into, like you said, a sandbox or a toy box full of Star Wars stories, then I think you'll have a really good time with this. So overall, I would give this 5 big bowls of Umbrella Lightsaber cereal out of 5, and really highly recommend it to Star Wars fans or just fans of animation. So good.
Yeah. Absolutely. Anyone that is a fan of either of those things, I recommend this. I'm going to watch the rest of this. Like I will be starting watching the rest of this, like probably today, if not tomorrow. I got a lot of time on my hands right now.
Yeah, take advantage.
So yeah, I need something to do while I'm changing dirty diapers and getting pooped on. And getting cried at a lot.
The fun stuff.
Yeah, all the fun stuff that comes with parenthood. So yeah, I'll do that. Would a box of Star Wars cereal of some kind, would it come with a Kyber crystal inside as a prize?
Ooh, maybe. What if it was
I like that idea.
What if it was like a mood ring kind of Kyber crystal? So it's like, depending on how you're feeling, that's the kind of lightsaber color.
Like if you're having a bad day, you're going to be a Sith
red.
Lord and you're going to kill some younglings that day. That
Exactly.
sounds, I don't know about that, man. I mean, that sounds.
Yeah, children, look out. Yeah.
Hey, Anakin, take a seat, bud. Like, Anakin needs some therapy, I think, because he's giving me a look.
Yeah, probably could have used therapy before he lost his arms and legs.
That's a good point. So, hey, everybody, the next episode is going to be our very last episode of the show. So we plan on doing our regular kind of review because we haven't, a cartoon picked out. But you'll probably also hear some fun reflections and some other good stuff as well, because we've been doing this show for, I think, since 2016. How many years is that? I can't do math.
That's 7 years.
Okay. We've been doing this show for that many years.
Wow.
So it might have been 2015. I don't remember. I don't remember when the first upload. It was either 2015 or 2016. It's been a minute. So we'll probably have quite a few things to say. So I don't know how long the episode will be, but it'll be a fun one, I promise. Hopefully it will be out next Saturday. We're gonna try for that, but things have been pretty hectic here because I'm a papa now.
Yeah, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. I'm working off the baby's schedule at the moment, so when baby allows, I will record. So, it's been a journey for sure.
I imagine we'll have a pretty good, we'll do the basic review and probably have some kind of chat in between about stuff, but ultimately I think the retrospective is going to be after,
probably at the end.
Yeah, exactly, where we're just kind of thinking about the good times we've had together.
All the good times and some of the real bad times.
Yeah, some of the worst things. So think about it almost like a Spoonies thing, except a lot less structured.
Yeah, there's going to be little to no structure once we get the review wrapped up on this last cartoon. But I am excited for this last cartoon because we have mentioned jokes about this in previous episodes, in our live streams on Twitch. We mentioned this one for some reason all the time.
Do I even know what this one is?
You will. Yeah, I've told you what it was before.
Okay.
You just have a terrible memory.
Oh, well, that's true.
We talk about it in Discord a lot. So I've been so excited to do this one. And I feel like it's appropriate for the last episode based on the title itself. So cue me in.
Okay. Well, listeners, looks like our milk supply is now run dry. So it's time for us to say goodbye. And next week, we'll be watching
Denver, the Last Dinosaur.
Oh, yeah.
For the last episode.
Yeah.
I'm stoked. I'm stoked for it. I don't know if it's going to be good.
Man,
it might be terrible.
I have no idea.
It might be awful.
Denver, the last dinosaur. He's our friend and
a
so
whole
much
lot
more.
Oh,
a whole
crap.
lot more.
Did one of us?
I don't know if I got it wrong or you did. We'll find out.
I don't know who got it wrong.
One of us is wrong.
I get everything wrong. And here's the thing, though. As bad as the show might be, we already know, though, that the theme song won't be bad.
No.
Because we still remember it.
Yeah.
We remember parts of it selectively.
That's been stuck in our heads for whenever this came out. When did that come out?
Yeah.
Probably
I would say early 90s, maybe 92, if not sooner.
I'm checking out. 88.
Oh my God. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad we're going out on an 80s cartoon.
Yeah. Oh,
this is going to be great. I'm so excited for this.
So we were probably watching it while it was airing when we were 3 to 5 years old, since it ended 1990.
Heck yeah, dude.
Oh, man. And
I'm
yet
ready.
we still remember the theme song. So that says something about it.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, exactly. And it's a dinosaur with a keytar. Who I'm pretty sure wears Hawaiian shirts and sunglasses.
Yeah.
I mean, what's not to like about that?
You know what? I don't think he ever wore a Hawaiian shirt. I think you're misremembering that.
Oh, dang. Was that another freaking
Mandela effect?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Did I just get Mandela right in the middle of this episode?
Yeah.
Dang.
This whole time it's been Denver the first dinosaur, not the last dinosaur.
Oh, crap.
No, I'm kidding.
Dang it.
So that part's true. Denver the last dinosaur. No Hawaiian shirt, though, but he does wear pink sunglasses. So you got that
All
much.
right. Well, I'll take those sunglasses. If I find out he's ever worn a Hawaiian shirt, I'm going to, I don't know.
You're going to rage quit.
I'll just be happy, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, he's your friend and a whole lot more. So I think you were right.
Oh, okay. There we go.
All right. Anyway, so that's us talking about Denver the Last Dinosaur before we watch Denver the Last Dinosaur next week. But once again, I'm Joseph.
And I'm Chris.
We'll see you next Saturday.
Presented by Nerdsloth.
A place for lazy nerds.
If you like what you heard, consider donating at patreon.com/nerdsloth so we can continue bringing you quality shows. Be sure to also leave us a review and share your favorite episodes and clips on social media. If you're looking for more content, visit us at nerdsloth.com.